Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Today we're going to take a look at how to disassemble and then reassemble your Series 70 1911. And today's test dummy is the Springfield Armory mil-spec 1911 in stainless steel and of course 45. But I went ahead and already took out the grips and the grip screws. As you can see, it's just a little flathead. Sometimes they are a little Allen wrench, but either way, it's pretty much self-explanatory. So to save some time, I went ahead and did that. Like I said, this is a Series 70, so if you have a Series 80, it's going to be a little bit different. But they're pretty much the same. Only difference between a 70 and 80 is the 80 has an additional safety feature. Pretty much the firing pin won't drop unless the trigger's pulled. But other than that, they're pretty much identical. Just a little extra safety feature they came out with. But I did a review on this one, and I also did a video on how to field strip it. So if you've seen those, just bear with me while we get through this. But anyways, you just take out the slide stop and rotate your barrel bushing over while you push down that spring. Take that out, rotate it back over, take out your barrel bushing. Like I said, I already did a video on this, so we're just going to fly through it real quick and save some time. So we'll go ahead and get a slide all the way done before we move on to the frame. Pretty much all you do here, you get a little punch and a little firing pin right there. Just going to depress that and then slide out that catch, I guess you could call it. Slide that out. And now watch out right here, because this spring is under a lot of tension and you don't want it flying out and poking out an eyeball, flying halfway across the room, and then you're trying to figure out where the heck your spring went. But there's your firing pin and firing pin spring. Set that off to the side. I got these little containers they Velcro onto my pad here, and they're coming real handy, keeping track of parts. Nothing more frustrating than having a part run off on you. But then you take your ejector out over here, it'll just slide right on out like that. And there you go, that's your slide done. We'll set that off to the side, and let's get down to the frame. We'll go ahead and start with the mag release. What you want to do is get on this side and push it through a little bit, and then you're going to make a quarter turn to the left like that, and that little flathead screw right there, just a quarter turn to the left, and then it'll slide right on out. Put that off to the side. Next, what we'll do is this is unique to the Springfield. I don't think any other manufacturer has this, but you have to have a little takedown pin. You put in here right here to keep your mainspring in the mainspring housing, and then release the hammer like that. But like I said, this is only to Springfield as far as I know. I don't think any of the other ones I have, they don't have that. But anyways, you just come over here, and I showed you how to do this in the field strip video. But take out that little retaining pin right there. Just give it a nice little tap. Push it through. And then pull it out. Set it aside. And it'll slide right on out, just like that. Next, what we can do is hammer back and go ahead and take out our safety. And back here on this pin, you can push that through, pull out on it. Sometimes you can do it with your fingers. I just like pliers. It helps a little bit get better grip on it, and it'll just slide right on out like that. And we'll set that aside. And now we can take out our grip safety. It's held through with that with the safety, and we can take out our sear spring like that. Set that off to the side. You have two pins over here, and they'll just slide right on out. You don't even have to punch them through or anything. They just slide out real easy. Just take that out. The bigger one releases your hammer, and the little one. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take our plungers out. Right here, you can see you have a big one and a little one, and the big one's for your safety, the little one for the slide stop and spring in the middle. So we'll just put that off to the side. Then our second pin over here, push it through on the other side, and it'll just pull right on out. And what that does is that releases your sear and your disconnector, and just get some tweezers or pliers or something and take it on out. Now I like to keep it together. I take it out, that way I don't forget which way to go back in, but they just sit on top of one of another just like that, and we'll just keep them together how they went in, how they came out. That way, avoid confusion later on. And then pretty much all you have left is your trigger, and that just pops right on out back here, like that. And that pretty much does it. That's all there is to it. I guess we got some time. I'll go ahead and show you. Over here on your mainspring housing, on most of them, they'll have a pin that sits in right there from the back, instead of having to have this little takedown pin right here like you do on the Springfield. But if you want to take this apart for whatever reason, I guess just for bragging rights to say you took apart every bit of your gun or whatever you want to, you'll just push in that cap. I find a long enough punch. We'll go ahead and use our slide stop. Just push that in, take it out, and there it goes. It's a good idea. On all this, I like to take it all the way apart like this, about once every 2 months, just to, depending on how much I shoot, once every 1 or 2 months, but just to clean all the junk out of there and make sure you don't get too much buildup in there, gunpowder residue, grime, and dirt, and all kinds of crap in there. But anyway, that's pretty much it, how you take it apart. Be sure and watch part 2 on how we put it back together. But for right now, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, and we'll get on to part 2.